And there we go. Off in the back 40, the fourth section of this Pinehurst subdivision, and we're looking. Now, I want you to understand, we were smart kids. Genius level kids. Just want you to know, we brought ourselves a machete. That's right. We brought a machete to cut down a pine tree. A machete, if you don't know, is a bill, heavy knife, about 11 inches, 12 inches long, and we had a good one. We knew we could do anything with it. Now, in searching for this tree, again, we're smart young teenagers. We're not going to find a tree where we're going to have to crawl on the ground and hack away down here at the ground in order to get ourselves a 7-8 foot tree. No, sir. We're smart. We want something a little bit taller so we can swing that machete like a baseball bat. Get us a nice good cut on that thing. So we did. We hunted for about an hour till we found a tree tall enough to satisfy us. I mean, it looked good on top, all of fluffy. It was ready to go. It was going to be big. It's going to be a great tree. So here's the problem with this machete, though. If you don't know, machetes are one-handed tools. Bats are two-handed. A machete's not a bat. So we couldn't really get any leverage, even though we were hacking away at the right height. And after about 20 minutes of both of us going at it, strong young teenagers, we managed to get the bark off of it and, bite a little bit into it. And we learned something. Machetes are knives that need sharpening. We didn't know how to sharpen the machete, so it was not sharp. Then my brother, smart young brother, he goes, I've got a friend whose dad has a hatchet. I'm going to go get it. Yeah! All right, now we're talking. Going to be two professional lumberjacks before this day is over. I'm just telling you. So he does. He goes off. I'm still hacking away at this thing. I mean, by the time they get back, I've got blisters all over my hand. And the other thing is you can't actually swing it with your left hand. There's no power there. You got to have them both. So I'm just beat when they get there with the hatchet. Oh, now we're going to make quick work of this tree. They get started because, well, I'm tired. And then I take my turn, and that's all three of us going at it. And here we are. Another 40, 45 minutes in. Just as tired as we could be. And the tree is still not cut through. Guess what? We also learned. You got to sharpen hatchets too. It was like hitting this thing with a hammer. Oh my gosh, it would not go. It did better than the machete. And it was still only 10 inches long, so we still couldn't use two hands. We're still one-handing it. Oh man, it was so hard. We were all the way around that tree. Everything we could do, hammering on this tree. Well, caught our breath, and we started one more time. Last push, here we go. And so sure enough, another 20, 25 minutes later, we finally get the old proverbial timber. We finally cut through and knocked that thing down. And we are beat. So we all sit down around the stump, backs to the stump, just tired as all get out. Proud. I mean, this is a great moment. We've cut our own Christmas tree down. We feel totally different than we did when we started out that morning. It's a whole nother expectation level. We did this. Whew. Okay, well, it's past lunchtime. It's hungry. So we need to get this thing back to the house. We need to get them finished. So we got up from our tree stump. Exactly. And we turned and we walked the 30 feet up to the top of the tree where we could cut off the top of it and actually use the Christmas tree part. That's right. We cut down a 45-foot pine tree with a machete and a hatchet in 2.5 hours. And then we spent another 15 minutes cutting off the top of it. Yeah. When we finally got it stood up, we realized that in our timber moment, the branches on the bottom side had broken. So it was not going to be as pretty a tree as we would like. Again, genius level, but not professional. This was not, well, it was our first rodeo. Let me just go ahead and say it that way. So we got it all cut up. And then my brother's friend takes his hatchet and they go back home with the hatchet. And me and my brother are left to figure out how to get this thing back to the house. Now, we are on the back side of the subdivision, but that's probably a half mile away from the house. And that's going to be a long haul carrying this tree together. So, I told you we were geniuses, right? Here we go. So we got some rope, tied it to the lowest branches of that thing, and tied it to the post of my bicycle seat, and we drug it back to the house. Real slow now. Now, I was not going to drag it through all of the grass and brambles on the side of the road. I mean, that would have destroyed the tree. No. We drug it right down that smooth concrete road. Now, we were losing some pine needles, and again, my genius revealed itself. We're not going to have to clean those up in the house when we get it there. Yeah, this is turning out to be great. What a great plan, right? So then we get it home. And then we look at, well, we're going to have to get this thing through the front door. So we stand it up to see how we're going to do that. We only have half a tree. Dragging this thing across concrete taught us another lesson today. Anybody heard of friction? Friction? Yeah, we weren't just losing pine needles, we lost half of the tree. We only had half a Christmas tree. After 2.5 hours. Oh, we were pretty bummed out, but we were committed. So we went ahead and got it in the house, thinking the Christmas tree stand, if you guys remember that, it's basically a vice grip with 4 legs to hold this thing up. It's going to solve our problem. That's right. No problem. No worries. So we get that thing stood up in the corner of the living room. We stick it down in there. We vice grip this thing as hard as we can go and back off. It pulls this stand right over and falls right over. Oh, man, we are so tired. We're hungry. We're beat. We don't know what else to do. We quit. That's all we could do. Now we're just praying Mom, Dad comes home. We don't get lit up. Mom comes home first. We meet her at the door. Let me tell you what happened. Here's how it happened. We did something good. Sort of. Halfway. So she comes in and looks at it, and she's just, what is this? It's an 8-foot pine tree in our front yard, in our front living room. Only half of it. So what do? I don't know. Your dad's going to be here soon. So he gets there. We meet him at the door. Here's what we did. Let me tell you what we did. No word. Walks in, arms folded. Have you tried to lean it against the wall? Yes, sir. Yes, yeah, we tried to lean it against the wall. Fell over, didn't it? Yes, sir. And then he walks out the house. And he's gone for like 10 minutes. Oh, man. It's over. We are done for. We're not going to see Christmas. That's the end. Thanks. Bye. See y'all. Here's what happened. He comes back in 10 minutes later and says, how long did it take you? About 2.5 hours. What did you use? The machete. Okay. And a hatchet? Whose hatchet? Okay. Well, you've got a lot of work into this. We're going to go ahead and we're going to make this work for you. I'm going to make it work. Oh, okay. How are you going to make it work? It won't stand up. Leave that to me. Goes in the garage, grabs some twine and 3 nails. Comes back in, wraps some twine around the middle. wraps it around a nail, hammers that nail in the wall. Wraps it around this nail, hammers that nail in the wall. Sucks that tree up, almost up. And he takes the last one, wraps it around the top, and hammers that nail into the corner of the wall. So with 3 nails and some string, our dad took our gift and accepted it. He didn't throw it out and reject it because it was ugly. It was ugly. Because it was done improperly, we broke the law. Didn't look at that at all. None of that mattered. I accept your gift. Guys, I don't remember anything else about that Christmas. Don't remember the presents. Don't remember the parties, the food, and I like to eat. Don't remember who came over. Don't remember any of it. But I remembered how happy we were when we cut it down, and how that didn't even compare to the joy we had at having our gift accepted. God accepts us no matter what we've done. How much of a half blankety blank we've done to it. He doesn't care. He loves us. If we give it to Him, He accepts it. That is joy. Knowing that you screwed up and you're still accepted. That's the Christmas spirit. That's joy. And that's my story. My name is Chip Conrad. I'm a storyteller. Thank you very much.
See